tail, waiting for the right hands to piece them back together.
Right. Welcome back, proxies. This is going to be our last event thing. Hold on, let me fact check myself before I say it. Yeah, this will be our last event for Dialyn, for her wallpaper and her title. As always, I'm your friendly scribe, and we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I need to inspect your business qualifications and accounts. According to my investigation, there are major issues with your credentials. Good Goods has been around for so many years. If there were any problems, they would have surfaced by now. Let me get up to speed on what's going on. Huh? I'm an inspector from top, so don't come meddling in my affairs. Check out my badge. I'm a TOPS employee too. Let me help you out here.
Rep 2493, at your service.
Rep 2493. Are you the customer service center representative?
Miss, hear me out. Good Goods has been running here for over 10 years, and this is the first time anyone has come by claiming we don't have a business license.
What?
A customer's complaint is sacred in the world of customer service. Sir, could you please assist me in addressing this lady's concern?
Unbelievable. I've never heard of customer service meddling in an inspector's work before. Besides, I thought most customer service staff were outsourced. Are you sure you want to cause trouble for me?
Any complaints about any department fall under the Cross-Department Customer Service Center. If my enthusiasm has offended you, esteemed official employee, I'm very sorry.
Cross department. That backwater office full of people who only got in through connections.
Even the little things you mutter under your breath will go into my work log. My intranet ID is Dialyn. If you have any feedback or suggestions about my work, you can CC my supervisor through the internet email.
There's nothing wrong with the procedures I'm taking. Selling porcelain requires a special license, and if she does it without authorization, I can revoke her wife a business permit.
Hey, if it weren't for that beeping device in your hand, I wouldn't have known that secondhand vase contained premium stuff like porcelain.
But this is Wi-Fi Peninsula. Porcelain products are everywhere. So finding a second-hand vase with some low-grade porcelain mixed in isn't all that surprising, right?
Strict scrutiny of products is the operator's responsibility. If ignorance could absolve you, what would be the point of the regulations top set?
You're a diligent colleague. But for an audit inspector to come all the way to Wi-Fi Peninsula to hassle a small shop, are you running a new regulation PR campaign? But as far as I know, the rule that selling porcelain requires a special license was only introduced in the past couple of years and applies to ordinary businesses in main urban areas. But Phylum Heights, as a hub of Porcelain and a licensed area of Porcelumex, has always been issued special business licenses. The old regulations didn't explicitly grant such licenses for selling porcelain, but they also don't fall under the ordinary businesses defined by the new rules.
Dialyn begins laying out a torrent of arguments full of proper nouns and legal terms, a stark contrast to our usual habit of rambling nonsense. The troublesome inspector's expression gradually shifts from stern to dejected. In the end, he leaves in a huff, defeated.
Thank you so much, miss. If you hadn't argued for me, I'd probably be in real trouble.
Don't thank me. I'm just doing my job. Handling complaints is what I do best.
You seem to know a lot about Wi-Fi shops and history. Is that part of your skill set as a TOPS employee?
I'm not that diligent. I just happen to know this convenience store pretty well. I've lived in Wi-Fi Peninsula since I was a kid. Miss Reed, you might not know this, but I've actually known you for a long time.
But if you're a local, how come I've never seen you before?
When I was a kid, I lived on the far outskirts of Wi-Fi Peninsula. Occasionally, I'd come into town with the adults to do some household shopping. Back then, my family wasn't well off, so I could only stand outside the shop windows, looking at all the neat secondhand toys and crafts. Miss Reed, you were the shop owner's daughter, so you could play with anything you liked inside the store. It's no wonder you never saw me. Later on, I got a job at Tops and ended up leaving Wi-Fi.
So that's your connection to Good Goods. But now as a Tops employee, you're definitely far more capable than I am. I just run a little shop.
Sometimes, I wish I weren't so capable.
So this shop is part of your childhood memories. That must be why you got involved, right?
Huh. There you go, Proxy, questioning my professionalism again. How can you be as harsh on me as Senior Zhao? I just can't stand unprofessional Tops colleagues. Even if I hadn't meddled now, a complaint about this would have come my way sooner or later.
Whatever the reason, I still have to thank you for your help. I need to check the shop stock, so feel free to reach out if you need anything.
Wi-Fi Peninsula is where you grew up, so you could say being stationed here now is kind of like revisiting your roots. How does it feel to be back here? Familiar, nostalgic, or a bit wistful at how things and people have changed?
Revisiting old places. To be honest, I didn't like it here as a kid. I have quite a few bitter memories from here. I especially hated the hollow. The denser the miasma, the louder the echoes of the departed would ring in my head. Still, little Dialyn did spend a lot of time here, even if those days weren't exactly happy.
If the past didn't turn out as you hoped, then how about we paint over those old memories with the new ones we're making now? Honestly, my sister and I had a less than perfect past too. But everything we went through ultimately led us here, to the place where we met you, Dialyn.
Why are you suddenly being so sentimental? I finally had a moment to feel a bit gloomy.
It's just that I prefer carefree smiling Dialyn over the gloomy one.
What carefree smile? That's just my defense mechanism. Dialyn is a gloomy and profoundly intense character. She's not to be reckoned with.
No problem, Miss Intense Character. Then would you do me the honor of taking a melancholic stroll with me under the Phylum Heights sunset?
Let's go. If we run into any reckless troublemakers, just remember, I've got you covered.
Line open 24/7 for you. And that was it. Alright, who played the least active role here? You know what? I'm gonna replace Monato, although he did pull his weight in the last chapter. We're just gonna go ahead and switch him for Dialyn. Then, we also got the title. The second best customer service rep in Redo. Alright. So that was it. Or, let me do this, turn around. That was the final event. It was Dialyn's Trust events. We finally got the wallpaper and the title. and learned a little bit more about Dialyn as we went. Without further ado, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified on any future updates such as live streams, videos, and posts. And I will see you all in the next one. See you later, guys. This is Scribe, signing out.